So we've got a big important Nintendo Switch 2 news update when it comes to just buying the system overall. Buyers beware. We've got an update on the big release schedule for the Nintendo Switch 2 with different games coming out and more to go over. There is a lot. So let's go ahead and just jump in to the first topic here, guys. Let's discuss what's happening with the MIG carts situation and secondhand Nintendo Switch systems. This is a PSA. Buyers beware. Pay attention to what's happening here because it looks like Nintendo is starting waves of bricking people's systems for using the MIG Switch cartridge loader that instantly stops the system from going online. Now, you can still use the system and play offline, but the services are being banned. So if you want to go online and play Mario Kart, or if you want to go to the Nintendo Switch 2 eShop and buy a game, the MIG Switch stuff is bricking it. Now, this is something that Nintendo did state beforehand. If you use something like this, it's going to brick the system. People are doing it anyway, and now those same people are starting to sell those systems online, and those systems that are banned from going online, they're not completely bricked. I shouldn't say that they're bricked as in you can't use them, but they're banned from going online and downloading and using these services overall. You get essentially a error code 21244508. So online functionality has been completely blocked. So it seems like some people have even returned it to Walmart or returned it to different places. So keep that in mind. Right now, and I would say do not buy a used Nintendo Switch 2. Do not buy one on eBay. Do not buy one from Facebook Marketplace. Do not buy a used Nintendo Switch 2 from anywhere. I don't care if they've even tested it. Do not buy one. Only buy one new. And if you can't get one right now, wait for the restocks that are happening, because this situation, I'm not sure how widespread it is. Sometimes something small can spread like it's much bigger than it actually is on the internet, but it's just something to know. If I were you, just to make sure, only buy brand new, never been opened. Don't ever buy refurbished or anything like that. Unless it's officially refurbished from Nintendo or something like that, don't even buy them, because there are reports that this is happening in terms of the Nintendo Switch 2. So just buy new systems right now, guys, and let's see how this thing plays out overall with the MIG Switch cartridge and what Nintendo's going to do. Now, we don't know if Nintendo can take that system if you send it into them and see what they do from there. There hasn't been any reports of that yet, so that still might be an option, like saying, hey, look, I bought this secondhand, show proof that you did, and then send it into them. Then maybe they can unbrick it or something like that, or unban it from going online. But I just don't know in terms of how they're going to do this overall. So just be careful, guys, because there are people that are doing this, because right now there seems to be extensive testing on exactly what Nintendo's going to allow, how to circumvent the security of the system. So we do have a number of people that are essentially buying Nintendo Switch 2 systems, trying things out, getting banned, then filtering them out back, you know. So like I said, I'm not sure how widespread this is, but it is just a buyer's beware, and I felt that it was important enough to make sure to let you guys know about this, because a lot of you guys are still waiting to buy a Nintendo Switch 2. You're lining up, or you're checking to see if you can get one online, or you're driving around the different places. Some of you guys might say, okay, well, somebody has one for $400 something, or somebody has one for $500. I can get it for a good price. Don't get it for a good price from them. Okay, guys, don't do it. Just wait, play some Switch 1, play some Xbox or PlayStation, play something else in the meantime. And then once they become more available, which there are restocks coming in, then you'll be able to get one. So this one is definitely a interesting situation, and I will absolutely keep tabs on it just so you guys are informed on what is happening when it comes down to it. But I'd also love for those who are uninformed on subscribing to the channel to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want the best Nintendo Switch 2 content, RPG gaming, and more. And let me know what game you're looking forward to the most on the Nintendo Switch 2 in the comment section below. Now let's go ahead and jump into the looking forward to when it comes to what's happening, because Nintendo did make another big announcement when it comes to a release this year, because now we got an official launch date for Drag Cross Drive on the Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo has dated and priced the game. This is a 3 versus 3 sports title. It's coming out on August 14th for $19.99. So this is definitely cheaper than I thought that it would be. I thought it would be like a $40 to $50 game, just because of how they price some of their other alternative different type of games on the Nintendo Switch 1, like 1-2 Switch, for example. So I thought it was going to be a $50 game, but it's only 20 bucks. And it's going to be released in August. So that's actually not too bad. Now, I haven't played or haven't really been too interested in this type of game, but at $20, it becomes kind of just like, okay, let me test it out. Let me just see if it's any type of fun. It's a 3-on-3 vehicle powered game, like Nintendo likes to call it. And it's going to be eShop only. So it's not going to be a physical cartridge. I don't think Nintendo has super confidence in this game to sell big numbers, especially to put that on a 64 gigabyte cartridge, because this is a pretty small download overall. So I can understand why they just opted to go with a digital only release on this one. And I wanted to give you guys just a bit more information on this game before we get into the big release lineup, because now the pieces are starting to fall into play when it comes to what Nintendo is going to be doing for 2025. So the game says shoot, drive, and do tricks with dual mouse controls only on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Get ready to shoot hoops in a whole new way. This is the latest 3-on-3 sports. Hold each Joy-Con 2 controller on a surface like a mouse, then use them to move your wheels and speed across the court. Slide both controllers forward to move ahead, or just one controller to turn or pivot. Once you grab the ball and drive up the lane, shooting is as simple as raising your hand and flicking your wrist. Rack up even more points by using the half pipe to launch yourself into the air for tricks and dunks. So there's going to be 3-on-3 online action as well, so 6 players total. You got the dual mouse skills. You can challenge other players and friends online or play alone against the computer-controlled opponents to hone your moves, pulling off half-pipe tricks and all that. So they got a new release date trailer as well. Once again, I did see Nintendo talk about this game, or at least show it off more. There has been some play where people have been able to get their hands on it at the Switch 2 experience and stuff like that. Some people still say it's not worth the 20 based off of what they played. I think we're just gonna have to wait and see overall, but yeah, 20 bucks, I'll try it out just to see how things go when it comes to the game. But this is, like I said, actually a smaller part of the bigger puzzle when it comes to the Nintendo Switch 2, because now we can kind of slot in and say, okay, we've got some games that are starting to fill in. So Mario Kart World, obviously big June launch title, awesome when it comes to that. Donkey Kong Bonanza, that's going to be July. August, now we have Drag Cross Drive coming out on August 14th. So now that is a thing as well. So that pretty much puts Metroid Prime 4, which I talked about earlier, and I thought that was going to be the August title. Well, it looks like, okay, well, maybe it's not going to be the August title, so maybe it's a September title, or maybe just Nintendo does drop Drag Cross Drive and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond in the same month. Just because Drag Cross Drive is not a major release, it's eShop only, it's only 20 bucks, so I don't think they have super high expectations or anything like that. That just seems to me like a game that they decided to create so they can kind of use a gimmick with the mouse controls. They said, hey, look, let's get some mouse controlled stuff into there. They have the Donkey Kong paint thing that you're doing there. Now they have this Drag Cross Drive stuff. Okay, smaller team that can make something like this, like an independent or like an indie style game within Nintendo, right? So a smaller game. So I think that Metroid Prime 4 Beyond could still be an August, or could be an August title, or maybe it does go to September. We know that Pokemon Legends ZA is October. We know that Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment is going to be a winter game, so that can be November, December-ish. Also, Kirby Air Riders, we know that's fall when it comes down to it. So there's plenty of games when it comes to Nintendo and what they have, but we have about 4 big titles that are still yet to be dated at this point. But essentially, Nintendo has a brand new big first-party published game every single month for the rest of the year. I guess with the exception of if you count Drag Cross Drive or not, but Nintendo still has Splatoon Raiders as well. And I think that if Nintendo announced that game now at this point on Nintendo Today, they are definitely going to release that game this year. I don't think they would announce it this early and have a trailer that shows off the in-game models and everything, and then do the update for Splatoon 3 if that wasn't going to be planned for this year. So Nintendo still has actually more games than the months left in the year, and we don't know what else they're going to announce too. Like when it comes to a Nintendo Direct that could be coming up, which we already got some rumors on that from the Nintendo podcast. So we'll see what happens, man. It's going to be an exciting year. I'm looking forward to all the different types of games. Maybe not Drag Cross Drive, but I'm looking forward to just trying it out just to see if it's something that I might like. Might be something different and kind of cool. And I saw Nintendo play it on the Treehouse, and yeah, maybe it might be fun if you have some friends around and all of that. So So what do you guys think about the potential lineup, the big title lineup for the Nintendo Switch 2 this year? Let me know in the comment section below. But let's go ahead and move on to the next topic here, and something that I've been waiting for when it comes to Fast Fusion, and that is the Fast Fusion 1.3 Pure update that has been announced. That's actually going to add a lot of things that I've been looking forward to trying out with this game. Haven't had too much time to pick this up or play it yet, but with this, I think it's going to be a better game overall. So the update will be going live on June 26, 2025, and it adds 3 new tracks. While they're based on courses from Fast RMX, they have new graphics and changed layouts. They also have a new pure rendering mode that doesn't use upscaling plus more. So let's talk about this here, because the big thing with this game is that yes, it looked awesome. Yes, they did 4K and upscaling and DLSS and different type of cool things with this, but it kind of caused like artifacting, and some people didn't like the look of it. Kind of said it was a bit blurry overall. So with this new update, you have the pure rendering mode without any upscaling, where it renders it pure at 1440p docked or 1080p handheld with dynamic resolution. So you have a new GPU particle system for snow, 2 new jukebox entries, easier progression, lower for the third cup, fixed an issue where the game shut down when changing render mode, in addition to stability and performance improvements. So this was something that I was looking for, just because there was some issues with that, and now it seems to be fixed overall. So definitely a good thing. Fast Fusion, one of the top sellers on the eShop, even at the $15 range. So this is definitely going to help when it comes to people picking up this game. Love the fact that they're adding in new content and everything. And I just hope that they continue adding in content, continue adding in more features and things to the game, because right now I do think that more people would buy it if they actually had some more stuff added in and more content. So definitely a good thing overall for Fast Fusion. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comment section below. But now we're going to move on to another topic here, and this is a game that I want to pick up, and I'm going to start covering it a bit more because the developer behind it seems to be absolutely crazy but super lovable. So the 100 line Last Defense Academy 1.0.6 update is out now, and apparently the game is a little rough at times on the Nintendo Switch 1, but if you play it on the Nintendo Switch 2, while it doesn't update it to a Switch 2 version of the game in terms of a patch and working on it, it definitely seems to play better on the Switch 2, because this game's only available on PC and Switch 2. So we've got the version 1.0.6. So this patch is out now, and it does improve the user experience in battles, streamline replayability sections, and more. There are also several fixes that should make things more stable overall. Once again, that's very good for people that are playing it originally on the Nintendo Switch 1, and even better if you're playing it backwards compatibility on the Nintendo Switch 2. I've had a lot of you guys reach out to me and say, hey, OJ, have you heard about this game? Have you played this game? And I've heard about it, have not played it yet. There's a demo that I think I downloaded. I'm not even sure if I booted up the demo or not yet, but I definitely plan on getting around to it. And I actually even had it in my cart on Amazon, and then for some reason I think it was going to take longer to get here, so I just said, oh, I'm good. But yes, I do plan on playing this game. It would be great if they made a Switch 2 version of it, bump it up to 60 on the Nintendo Switch 2 all throughout the game, faster loading times and all of that good stuff. So that would be great if they did that. But what do you guys think about 100 line Last Defense Academy and this new update? Any of you guys trying it out? Is it a much better game now at this point? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here, let's talk about the Arc System Works showcase that's set for June 27th, featuring new game announcements. So Arc System Works will host Arc System Works Showcase on June 26th at 6 p.m. PT, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, June 27th at 10 JST, featuring the latest information on Arc System Works, including the announcement of new titles the company announced. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube in Japanese or English. Now, in addition to the latest information on various game titles, including completely new titles developed and published by Arc System Works, Arc System Works will also announce a new project that Daisuke Ishiwatari is working on. So yeah, definitely very interesting there. New announcements and projects going down. Once again, there was that leak, and apparently there is a game that Nintendo and Arc System Works are working on, maybe like a remake or something like that. Some people are saying a reboot of Hotel Dusk or a remaster for Switch 2. So we'll see about that. They obviously have that big fighting game when it comes to with Sony as well, with Marvel. So I'm excited to see what else they're going to do here. My dream for them would be to like take Naruto right? And make like the Naruto Fighters, something like that. Make a 2D high quality Naruto fighting game that really takes all of their decades of experience of work and puts it into an actual fighting game for Naruto that fans can really enjoy. That's not the slop-ish type stuff that we get for a Naruto game. So that would be my dream announcement for Arc System Works. Don't think it's going to happen, but if it does, I'll be blown away. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stream this one just yet or not. It's June 26th, so that's coming up. That is on a Thursday, so maybe I'll be streaming at that time, so maybe we'll check it out as we're going along. But what do you guys think overall when it comes to Arc System Works, when it comes to everything that we talked about here? Fast Fusion, the 100 line, Drag Cross Drive, the release date for this year, and the MIG switch situation that's going down. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and check out my other Nintendo Switch 2 RPG content and more right here on screen. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.